as a platform convening, in fact, to take stock of the amazing cooperation between our two countries that has made a remarkable contribution to the economic development of our country. And so as we convene, we are here to make a contribution to further contribute to Rwanda's socio-economic development as policymakers, as investors, as partners, and business leaders. But I want to especially take this moment to thank Lord Poppet for your personal contribution, continued contribution to the mobilization of capital to Rwanda, to the mobilization of trade opportunities and business leaders linking the United Kingdom with Rwanda as a committed friend of Rwanda. We thank you. I want to also take a moment to express our gratitude to the High Commission, the UK High Commission in Rwanda, led by my friend Omar, and your team, who have worked very hard with the Rwanda Development Board and other collaborators to make this event here possible today. Thank you very much. To all of you delegates to the UK-Rwanda Business Forum, business leaders present, we just want to say, Murakaza neza mu Rwanda. You are welcome again to Rwanda, Murisanga, and we know that you will continue to feel at home. During this forum, you will hear about the policies and laws and legislative procedures that have been put in place to make Rwanda a truly competitive business destination. You also hear about the amazing business opportunities present for you to consider partnerships, involvement, as joint ventures with Rwandan business leaders and others. But above all, I want to invite you also to explore Rwanda, both here in Kigali and outside Kigali, so that you can truly enjoy the hospitality of the Rwandan people and the beauty of our country. We have a booth outside that will be available, with colleagues available to help you make a choice where you may want to visit outside Kigali, or actually to explore our city of Kigali, whether it's for food, for dance, for music, entertainment, for shopping, or just to make friends. But also, once inspired to do business in Rwanda, we want you to let us know, because we want to help you open a business before you leave Rwanda, because it's easy, you know, and it's free and fast. And so we don't want you to leave Rwanda before you have opened your business. Above all, I want you to continue to feel at home, to enjoy the conversations, to make friends that will make you come and come often. With these many words, I want to thank you for your kind attention, and yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's appreciate the CEO once again. Rwanda Development Board CEO Francis Gatare, and he says you can open your business in the shortest time possible. So as you visit this time round, make that a point. Do it. It will not take more than 2 minutes of your time. Now, before I call on stage our next speaker, there's another video that I would love you to watch. All these videos are aimed at educating you, enlightening you about the land of 1,000 hills.
Welcome to Rwanda, a world of business possibilities, where innovation and growth converge against a breathtaking backdrop. This is your opportunity to embark on a transformative journey, ideal for UK-based companies seeking new horizons.
Actually, something that has been incredibly interesting with Bbox in the journey in Rwanda has been that for us has always been the place where we've piloted and actually started the whole business. We started 13 years ago, and today we are announcing that we are putting our HQ in Rwanda from London to Rwanda. So this is an incredible achievement for the country and for the company to be able to base ourselves here.
Rwanda for me is not only about business. Rwanda is a country with resilient people. Rwanda has a beautiful landscape, and Rwanda has people who are committed to progress. After managing a number of hospitals in Sudan, I saw the opportunity and the potential of working in healthcare system in Rwanda. Basically, I would encourage investors to come to Rwanda, not only because of businesses, but because it's a country and it's a nation with a future.
I think I see a lot of foreign investors coming into the market, but more importantly, I see a lot of local entrepreneurs starting to access finance and seeing the market grow. So on a broader basis, we're seeing skill levels improve, investment improve, and in the mining sector, we've seen a huge transition from maybe 7 years ago when it was mostly artisanal to now semi-mechanized and more industrial, and we're starting to see some long-term interest from larger companies coming in for full industrial scale mining. Rwanda has a huge opportunity to win manufacturing industry. We're in the same time zone as most European countries, and the cost of labor is very, very competitive to Asia. The fact that we're inland a little bit is offset by the low cost of labor and availability of let's say, high skill sets for lower cost. So I think manufacturing of advanced products, of let's say agricultural value-added products, and also then things that are spurred on by the chemical industry as well.
The World Bank ranks Rwanda as one of the top countries in Africa for business-friendly policies. Picture a workforce that is young, dynamic, and eager to contribute to your success. The government of Rwanda's commitment to technology and innovation creates the ideal setting for your business to thrive. From the vibrant streets of Kigali to the lush landscapes of the land of 1,000 hills, Rwanda invites UK companies to be part of its success story. Be it in finance, technology, manufacturing, renewable energy, or any sector, the possibilities are endless. So, if you are a UK-based company with a vision for growth, Rwanda is more than a destination. It's an opportunity to be part of a nation's journey towards transformation. Discover Rwanda, where do business in Rwanda.
To sum it up, Rwanda is the future of business. I would love you to join me in welcoming to the stage for his remarks, John Humphrey, His Majesty's Trade Commissioner for Africa. Welcome.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Francis. Honourable Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Honourable Ministers, High Commissioners, Ambassadors, senior government officials, business leaders, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, friends. Good morning. Good morning to you all. I'm delighted to see so many people here from the UK, Rwanda, East Africa, and further afield. We've got over 60 different nationalities represented here today, and people from 40 different countries. I think that's just a fantastic achievement for what is this inaugural event. Kigali actually holds a very special place for me in my memory, as it was actually here in June 2022 that my appointment was announced at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting here in Kigali. And the first time that I met His Majesty the King, Prince of Wales at the time. And I know actually he came to see some of the businesses that we had there at the time, and I can see that Delagwans and scaling up listed businesses. I also had my own startup in the early 2000s, which I sold. And I've got a personal background in Africa. I spent quite a bit of my childhood in Nigeria and Botswana. I'm running the previous company where I was, and this role was advertised. And I thought, just what an amazing job, really, and an opportunity for me personally to perhaps bring my business experience to my role, but also to give something back in an African context as well, and to have an impact. And I think that's something that everybody here shares. I think we all want to see growth and prosperity in the UK, in Rwanda, in the rest of Africa. And really, I think we're all believers in prosperity. That's the only way to sustainably lift people out of poverty. And as His Majesty's Trade Commissioner for Africa, my role is very simple, really. It's to promote UK trade and investment in Africa, to generate economic growth, and actually to help you be successful. Nothing more or less than that. And I work with a team of around 120 dedicated people from the Department of Business and Trade, many of whom are actually here, country specialists, sector specialists, trade policy people, market access specialists, professional marketeers, and events staff. And all of them want you to be successful with the same level of passion and commitment that I have. And most of them also have backgrounds in business as well. So they understand what you're trying to achieve, and they understand things that you need to support you. And we work very closely with our Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office colleagues in the UK embassies and high commissions that I've already mentioned. And we work with other UK government colleagues as well. I want to mention a few of them here who are also here at this forum as well. DEFRA, the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, their food and drink attaché is here in Africa, and she provides detailed technical advice on things like the regulations, food standards, those sorts of things that are so important if you're an exporter. We also have UK Export Finance here, the UK's Export Credit Agency, and British International Investment, the UK Development Finance Institution, all of whom, as I say, are represented here today. And someone touched on it, I think Francis mentioned it, our job in government really is to create that enabling framework to facilitate business and to allow business to thrive. And the UK recently launched, and there was a launch event here in Rwanda as well, the Developing Countries Trading Scheme, which provides quota and tariff-free access for the vast majority of products into the UK, which is one of the largest markets in the world. And there's some unique features to that, which I actually want to draw to people's attention here, which is the rules of that scheme, which allow for the building of intra-African value chains, intra-regional African value chains. And that's something that's really missing in the African economy writ large compared to other regions. And I think that really sort of points to also the possibility here in Rwanda of being a gateway for the UK into Africa, but also a gateway for Africa into the UK, and a great place to locate your business headquarters. As many of you know, the UK is a leading investor in the African continent. The last UNCTAD World Investment Report said that the UK stock of investment in Africa now is about 65 billion, and is actually the largest investment stock of any of the nations investing in Africa. And many African businesses look to the City of London for their source of finance. We're in the same time zone. It's a major global capital marketplace. And City UK are here as well, representing the City of London. And I encourage you to connect with them as well. Forum, the UK and Rwanda governments are keen to highlight the attractive business environment that encourages investment, and between the UK and Rwanda is increasing by more than 9.4% over the last 12 months, for which I have full figures. But there's a lot more potential than that, not just in terms, as I say, of the local market, but also as that gateway to the wider regional market into the UK as well. So looking at the programme, we have a fantastic day ahead of us, where we'll get to learn more about the interventions Rwanda has to support investment, what's included in the British Investments Partnership offer, to hear from experienced government and business leaders who are already making it happen and how they're making it happen. And in the afternoon, we'll be breaking out to focus on many of the vital sectors for Rwanda and the world's prosperity, including agriculture, the green economy, critical minerals, financial and professional services, amongst others. And tomorrow, as I've already mentioned, we have an exciting range of site visits. Well, here, in business, things happen when you get out from behind your desk and you go and see people and you talk to consumers and you get out into the marketplace and you listen to what people need and you work out where there are opportunities. And that's what this is here, really. It's an opportunity for us to get out from behind our desks, to connect with each other, to build those relationships. As Francis said, to actually sort of sign up and get your business going before you leave at the end of this week, and to get inspired. So I'll encourage you all to do that. Please take the time, if you will, to connect with me, to connect with my colleagues. They're all around you, and they'll be very happy and able to help. And I wish you all a very successful forum and look forward to meeting you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John Humphrey, for the wonderful remarks. John is His Majesty's Trade Commissioner for Africa. And as I said, Rwanda is a gateway for the UK into Africa. Lots of opportunities present for both the UK and the Rwandan government. And once again, he highlighted what's on the program. You already have that in your email, but there's an app that I would love you to download, just in case you are not yet clear on what's coming next on the program. AIO Events on your App Store. AIO Events. Download the app to keep up with the program. You'll get to know what's coming up. Visits. Please ensure that you get registered. We don't want you to be left out. And now for his remarks, I want you all to join me in welcoming Lord Dola Poppert, who's the UK Trade Envoy to Rwanda. Karibu.
Honourable Ministers, High Commissioners, Ambassadors, Senior Officials, friends and entrepreneurs. Good morning. I'll say it again. Good morning. Thank you. I'm delighted to be here back in Rwanda following my last visit last year. And each time I visit Rwanda, I'm struck by the warm welcome as demonstrated by last night's excellent dancing and conversation, but also the huge ambition and in the opportunity that Rwanda presents for investment. John earlier mentioned that we have over 60 nationalities and roughly over 100 UK companies here present. And we had over 1,500 people who registered to be here. They're not all here, but later on you will be joining us to discuss trade and opportunity in Rwanda. This interest is frankly a tribute to the excellent investment climate that Rwanda has developed. Rwanda Development Board, one-stop shop, and speed of registering new businesses. And I want to thank my good friend, Francis Gattare, who is the Chief Executive of RDB, who is now taking RDB to another level. Of course, the creation of Kigali Special Economic Zone is a great advantage to many investors. The strong partnership that they've shown me in setting up this business forum, and you can see the success of it. We thoroughly all enjoyed it last night. Hard work and dedication we see from Rwanda's leadership means that today we have individuals and companies in the room who have a real chance to take advantage of this excellent economic climate. And now this across the board is a wide range of sectors. Horticulture we mentioned. In fact, I was with the president yesterday, and I say to him, Rwanda's culture is agriculture. 80% of Rwandans work in agriculture. This is one area that we've been working to develop. I'm pleased to say that we daily have 10 tons of Rwandan agriculture 6 days a week in London now. And we can increase that to as much as 200 tons a day. So we're going to work with the Rwandan government to create infrastructure or logistics to make sure that happens. Of course, critical minerals, myself and Francis Gattare had a forum in UK Parliament, and we now have 4 UK companies in Rwanda on critical minerals. Manufacturing and the green economy is another area that we are focused on. And of course, there are many other areas in terms of financial services. And we have a number of UK companies here. Rio Tinto are now in Rwanda. They're here as well. The City UK, Nicola is somewhere here. She's going to support Rwanda in making Rwanda a financial center or financial hub for East Africa or for Africa as a whole. Maybe Bridges, who are here, Ray Power on the screen here, who is in mining. British International Investment, the director, Seema, is here as well to support anybody who wants to do joint venture with Rwandan companies. The imperial power of Brussels have left European Union. We, I guess, were too continental for 4 decades. You know, our share of trade, Francis, was. So I'm glad in many ways we're out of the European Union and we're focusing, we want to be more global. And global means what? And we believe, I genuinely believe, that Africa is a continent with huge potential. It's the next frontier for trade and investment. I believe Africa more than South China Sea or Asia. And not because, not long ago, a quarter of our cabinets were of African origin. Our prime minister is of African origin. From East Africa, by the way, Kenya, not far from here. So you can imagine our interest in Africa, a country with $100 trillion worth of minerals, 1.7 billion, 1.3 billion people. That population is going to double in 30 years' time. And a quarter of the world population in 30 years will be African. You know, upcoming middle class, highly educated people, a continent with amazing opportunity. In fact, 17% of the world population currently accounts for 3% of global GDP. So you can see the room for improvement, the room for growth, the room for investment. I'll end up by saying, welcome here to Rwanda. Thank you for taking part in this amazing forum we are having. And I look forward to interacting with many of you here today, hearing about your businesses, recent successes, challenges, and opportunities. We are here to help. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lord Poppet, and thank you for being a great ambassador of Rwanda. I didn't want to say that loud because I do not know how it will be taken. But thank you. It is, and for us, indeed, as Rwanda, we look forward to the many opportunities ahead for both countries, the great partnerships. Here, everyone in this room is accessible. Please walk to them and freely start a conversation. And as I said earlier, and John mentioned that as well, the forum's objective is to highlight to UK investment potential in Rwanda and the investment potentials in the UK for Rwandans as well. And now at this juncture, the chief guest has sat quietly and listened.
Governments and our business leaders to explore more opportunities for trade and investment. Rwanda and UK have a rich history of successful cooperation in areas of education, public finance management, private sector development, financial sector development, climate change and the green economy, and improvement of the period following the end of genocide against the Tutsi in 1994, which was focused on peace and security, repatriation of refugees, and their settlement. Initiating the process of justice, unity, and reconciliation, putting in place government institutions and restarting public services such as public administration, education, and health, Rwanda embarked on a long-term development strategy under Vision 2020. The main pillars of the Vision 2020 were good governance and a capable state, human resource development and knowledge-based economy, private sector-led development, infrastructure development, productive high-value and market-oriented agriculture, and regional and international integration. We had also cross-cutting issues, which were gender equality, natural resources and the environment, as well as science, technology, and ICT. This vision was successfully implemented, leading to a sustained high economic growth of 7 to 8% per annum on average, poverty reduction, significant improvements in the health sector by drastically reducing infant, child, and maternal mortality, and achieving universal access to basic education and basic health care. During this period, Rwanda has made remarkable reforms in macroeconomic management, in governance and business environment, making Rwanda one of the easiest places to do business globally. And these reforms have paid off in terms of rapid increase of private investments, both domestic and foreign direct investments. In 2020, building on the success of Vision 2020, Rwanda embarked on Vision 2050, aiming at transforming Rwanda into an upper middle-income country by 2035 and a high-income country by 2050. The pillars of Vision 2050 are human development, competitiveness and integration, agriculture for wealth creation, urbanization and agglomeration, and accountable and capable state institutions. Our long-term growth trajectory was disrupted by COVID-19 in 2020, but since 2021, the recovery has been strong, with a growth of 10.9% in 2021, 8.2% in 2022, and an average of 7.7% in the first 3 quarters of 2023, January to September. I take this opportunity to invite UK business leaders to invest in Rwanda and contribute to the realization of our Vision 2050 while making good returns on investment. Rwanda operates an open visa regime, and visitors from any country in the world can travel to Rwanda and get a visa on arrival. In addition, visitors Rwanda is increasingly becoming a regional hub in many areas, including logistics, financial services, information technologies, and innovations, as well as a major